Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving, and if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you had a good week. I certainly did. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about breathing. This goes out to my good buddy Chris. What's up, Chris? I know I've talked about this topic in the past, but Chris asked me a good question. He said, how do you develop your breathing so that you have more air at your disposal? That way you don't feel like you're always running out of breath. Well, there's a couple kind of tricks and techniques that you can think about. The first one that comes to mind is consistent airflow, which I've talked about this topic a lot, but just using a little bit of air. So when you release air, when you're blowing out, you're using this, if you're puckering, you're using this pinhole, and you're just letting out just enough air to get to the volume and the tone that you want, which is not that much air. And even on a draw note, the same technique would apply. And then really from there, if you're using that technique alone, you're going to have 60-70% more air than you probably do right now. And another thing that I think about, which is kind of like a little tip for you, is there's two ways to get your breath when you're playing. You can either exchange from your draw notes to blow notes. That way you're breathing in and then you're blowing out, and then you get your breath in, and you kind of go back and forth between that. Or in between the notes that you're playing, you're actually just taking a breath there. So if you're going breath, 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 breath. There's all these opportunities. You don't have to constantly play. You want space in your music anyway. So when you do take a little break, use that opportunity to breathe in or breathe out, whatever you need to do in that given moment. And that is really it. As far as techniques to develop your breath outside of the slowing down your air, consistent airflow, I would say just work on, even without a harmonic, or you can do it with a harmonica, just taking a deep breath in for 3 seconds, letting it out for 6 seconds, then try to increase it to 4 seconds in, 8 seconds out, always doubling the amount of time you blow out. And this will train you how to slow down your breath when you breathe. That's one of the best techniques. See how far you can go. And when you get, to that area of like 10 seconds in, 20 seconds out, that's about how you should be breathing when you're playing. And then on that blow note, you would hold it, for a long time, blowing out real slowly. I'm barely breathing when I'm playing. I know it sounds like I'm really laying into it sometimes. I guess sometimes I do, but those are my tips. Now, I was MIA last week, so this week I'm going to try to put up a bunch of clips all week. They're not going to all be instructional, but I'm going to talk about some good stuff like my new products. I've got the intermediate instructional video ready to go that discusses bends, vibratos, position work, things like that. And then what also is ready, but I don't quite have it up yet, is the volume 2 for the jam tracks. And that's part of the thing I'll demo throughout the week, another new product I want to show you. So stay tuned, and I will catch you guys very soon.